Hello and welcome to the Wool Factory's YouTube channel. I am going to be producing a series of videos to give you tips, tricks and helpful hints to get you along in your crochet journey. So let's take a look at the one we're going to do today, and it is going to be the basics. So it's how to hold a hook, how to make a slip knot and how to chain to get you started on most projects. So let's take a look at what we need. Right, the three most important things with crochet that you need are some yarn, a hook, which is suitable for the yarn that you're using. I am working with a DK here, so I have chosen a size 4, and a pair of scissors. Now let's get started. Right, so to hold the hook, there are two ways to hold a hook, but you will find a way that will make sense for you and will feel more comfortable for you. So the two main ways are to hold it knife, which is like that, so you rest your finger and thumb on the flat bit, and that's how you crochet. Or some people hold it pen. Now I tend to flip between the two, so I will use knife for bigger projects, thicker yarn, and I will work pen with the finer yarns, so the 4-ply, the DKs and finer projects. But you will find what works best for you. There is no right or wrong way, just find however you feel confident and comfortable holding the hook. So right, so we get our yarn. If we find the end of our yarn, which I did just see a minute ago, here it is. The way I teach people to, let's wind a bit of that up actually. The way I teach people to do a slip knot is very simple, but also will help you when you get further on doing more complicated projects. So grab the tail of the yarn across your fingers like that, so it's flat in your hand. Grip it with your thumb, rotate your hand, and then wrap the yarn around the back of your fingers. Make an X across the top of your fingers. Now get your hook, slip it under the first one and grab the second one. If you've rotated your hook down, grab it and then pull it through, and now slip it off your fingers and pull. That is a slip knot. So that means it can move up and down. There we go. So it slips through basically, so you can make it bigger, smaller, hence the name. Right, and then when you undo it, you literally pull the tail and it's gone. So let's try that again. So get your hand flat, hold the tail across your fingers, grip it with your thumb, rotate your hand round, cross it over the back of your fingers, making like an X. So you go under the front one, grab the back one, pull that through, and then just slip it off your fingers like that, and then pull those, and then pull it up to your hook. It will take a bit of practice. Some people do it over their finger as well, so you could do it over your finger. It works the same way. So rotate it around your finger, but it's not quite as easy getting the hook underneath. But hang on a minute, let's get it over your finger, do it loosely like that. Under the front, grab the back. There we go. It's much easier doing it across your hand. So let's try it one more time and then we'll move on. So in your fingers, grab it, rotate your hand around, cross it over the back so you make a nice X with your yarn. Under the front, grab the back one, slip it off your fingers. Now just have a practice at that, and the more you practice, the quicker you'll get. So now for making your chain, which is the start of most of your projects, most straight projects, unless you're working in the round or you're making amigurumi toys, this is how most projects will start. And it's very, very simple. It's basically the same principle which you may have learned when you were younger, which was like finger knitting. It works in the same way. So you grab, what I do is I grab the tail just to support it a little bit, because the first bit is very fiddly. This takes practice and sometimes it will look twisted, but the more you do it, again, the better you'll become. So basically, support it on the hook like that, twist it around your hook, and then grab it with the end of your hook, pull it through the slip knot you've already made. So yarn over your hook, and then pull that one through this loop on your hook, like that. So yarn over and then pull it through. Now what you always try and do is keep your initial chain quite loose, because that's what all your stitches are going to go into, and the tighter you do your chain, the tighter your work will be, and it will start to twist up. So just make it nice and loose, nice and relaxed. Yarn over, pull it through the loop on your hook. Yarn over, pull it through the loop on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the loop. And that's how you make a chain. So your chain will have two sides. I have a flat side here where you can see these V's, and it will have a bumpy side where it's got a bit going through the middle. And keep your chain nice and straight like that, because you'll always be working into one or either. You'll either be working into the stitches this side or under the bumps that side. So we can try that again. We'll go right from the top. So we'll make our slip knot, yarn over, cross it over the back, under the front one, grab the back one, pull through, and then pull it off your fingers, and then pull it tight like that. It doesn't have to be mega tight. And then grab the yarn, grab the tail and support it on your hook, wrap it over the hook, and then pull through the loop on your hook. Wrap it around the hook, pull through the loop on your hook, wrap it around the hook, pull through the loop. Oh, I've split my yarn there. Hold up, so do that one again. Over the hook, through the loop, over the hook, through the loop, over the hook, through the loop, over the hook, through the loop. And my recommendation is when you're first starting, practicing this makes all the difference, because it is your tension that is so important. It needs to be nice and loose so that you can fit your stitches into it. So practicing getting a really good chain will help you much more than just starting straight off. So just practicing this and getting the rhythm, doing it nice and quickly, and you can get on like that. So that is how you hold a hook, how you make a slip knot, and how you make your chain. There you go. Now you can join me for the next one, which will be looking at the basic stitches. So double crochet, treble, also half treble as well. So yeah, join me in for the next video.